All right, we're live. We're good to go. Welcome everybody, as always, to Trivia Vice. What's going on tonight, Dan?
Well, we had a plan. We were actually going to do slasher movies tonight, guys. That's going to be pushed to Monday. And the reason for it is I wanted to make sure I get the best questions out there. The hard thing with the slasher movies are I want to make sure I'm not redundant and just keep saying the same questions or repeating, even though it's a different movie. Like if it's the same question, like, oh, who's the killer in this movie? Who's the killer in this movie? I want to make them fun questions. So that was the challenge, and it's taken a little longer than we expected. So we pivoted tonight to do Halloween as a holiday, the Halloween trivia.
As you say, kind of like a history of, and
we have a whole section.
all
The
sorts of
entire fifth round, the entire fifth round is all candy. So
okay,
that's going to be a fun one.
Dan made all the questions for this. I made the thumbnail and all the other stuff. Dan made the questions on this one right here. So we will do the slasher one, I think, on Monday, right?
Yeah, Monday.
Yeah, so we're gonna do the slasher one Monday, but I think this one's gonna be pretty cool. And then right after this, Dan and I are actually filming something real quick that'll come out tomorrow for you guys. So we're doing a Halloween specific, like Halloween the movie specific pre-film trivia that'll come out tomorrow for you.
Yep.
So that's gonna be part of one of what, a 3-part series on that.
Yes, there's gonna be 3 different ones for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So it's gonna be pretty epic. So all right, I think we're good to go. Let me throw this on the bottom here, because guys, we are getting closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers. So I know pretty much probably everybody that's watching right now is already subscribed, but we get a lot of people that watch these after the fact. Guys, we're always live every Monday and Wednesday, 9:30. So definitely join us if you want to play it live. If not, that's cool too. Make sure to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. So boom, 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 boom. Steph says, make sure you don't do the bonus first. Yes, absolutely. I am double checking that right now before I get this thing going.
Whoopsie.
All right, here we go. Start that.
I was going to do a mid-game bonus on this one, but I decided against it. You got to make it only on special days. You get the super secret mid-round bonus.
Oh, yeah. Share it.
All right, perfect.
There we go.
Yeah, as you guys can see, we love this background. We fell in love with it for the month. So we've been basically spamming the shit out of it and using it as much as we could.
However, I will say one of my favorite thumbnails we made might be the one for that slasher one.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Kyle.
All right, number 1. In which country did Halloween originate? Portugal, Ireland, England, or Canada? I think I know. I believe it's Ireland. At least that's my guess on it.
Kyle's guess is Ireland. Okay. Could you imagine if it was Canada? Like, how cool would that be? I mean, no one, I don't think, picked Canada. But it is Ireland. Halloween did originate in Ireland, and we'll go into more depth on that as some questions move along.
So quite a few people going with 2. A lot of 3s, though, it looks like, or at least maybe that's just what I'm seeing right here on the. Okay.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like it's I don't know. Halloween. The funny thing is, for a long time, wasn't celebrated in places like Japan. Our Japanese foreign exchange student friend Seimei we had in high school, he never really knew what Halloween was.
Yeah, that's right. All right, number 2. Transylvania is a region in which country? Turkey, Slovakia, Romania, or Iran?
Bobby says we're pretty scary north of the border. We're gonna spook you, eh? Do you know this one, Kyle?
I believe it's Romania.
Man, I thought I'd get some peeps on this one, and apparently not. Everyone is going with Romania.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I just looked at the chat on this. Holy crap. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody.
I was like, yeah, totally just checked the chat for the first time. He was definitely going to go with Iran, and then was like, oh, better not do that.
Also, guys, while we're waiting for this, if you're a Stephen King fan, we put out a video yesterday. Actually, I like the thumbnail on that video too. was a pretty cool thumbnail. But that was a really good one. Joey put together a really good Stephen King trivia for us on that one. So definitely check that one out too. It's all pre-recorded. It's like 6 or 7 minutes. So it's fun though. Number 3, Halloween has its origins in which ancient is it Celtic or Celtic festival?
Celtic.
I think it's Celtic.
Celtic.
Oh man. Triennial, Samhain, Harvest, or Hallows?
So it's pronounced Samhain. I was telling Stephanie about this the other day.
Okay.
Yeah. If you watch the Halloween movies, you would know that. They pronounce it wrong. He says Sam Hain in Halloween 2, and everybody loses their minds on the internet. It's pronounced Samhain, which is the Celtic ritual Halloween. Fun fact. You think they'd do more research if you're going to put it in a movie, but whatever.
I feel like research back then though was probably way harder. Like
they
didn't have the internet to fall back on.
Yeah, let me pull out the almanac and
let me pull out my encyclopedia and almanac here and let me thumb through the pages.
That had to be terrible to write a report.
Oh yeah,
we were so spoiled.
All right, number 4. Pumpkins can be orange, white, green, or what other color? Red, purple, pink, or blue?
I did not know this one when I made it. I just thought this was an interesting one.
So I have I have a guess. I was thinking purple personally.
Okay, you were thinking purple. Okay. Interesting. It's actually blue. Pumpkins can be
really
blue. Yeah. I've personally don't think I've ever seen a blue pumpkin. I sure as hell would love to see a purple or a pink pumpkin. Or even a red one. That'd be sick. But yeah, apparently pumpkins can be blue. I don't know. That's what the internet tells me. I had to pull out my 1955 almanac for reference to concur with my citations.
That's right. It's all dependent on the rain patterns that year.
The frost levels and the dew.
All right, number 5. Halloween was first celebrated by which ancient priests? The Druids, Covenant, Avatars, or Arbiter?
I spelled Druids wrong, so I apologize. That was a typo.
That's why I was messing that one up. I'm like, I think it's supposed to be Druids, but
yeah. Oh, I'm waiting for Curtis to correct us on that.
I'm going
Captain spell check.
I'm going with the Covenant.
It is the Covenant. Kyle's going with the Halo. The Covenant. It's actually the Druid. It's a Druid cult. Essentially, it was what were the first ancient priests to celebrate it.
I blame the typo on that. Threw me off my my focus.
Brian says it's the droids.
Absolutely.
I thought I'd get someone with Arbiter.
These aren't the Druids you're looking for.
That's what happens when they were trying to arrest them or something. Oh, gosh. All right, so right off the bat, we got Sean, Dirk, and Stephanie Sample. You peeps know I love my alliteration. You gotta like the name Steph Sample. All right. Moving on to round 2.
That was a good round right there.
It was. Now I'm regretting not doing a mid-game bonus round. I feel like it spices up the
super secret.
Spices up everything. Mitch, if you're listening right now, I just want to let you know you missed out on my Astro Blaster comment from Monday. It was a knee slapper. But it was talking about some spices, but what is it? Buzz Lightyear.
It was a Buzz Lightyear ride at Disney that they that wasn't even the right answer. Yeah. I don't remember exactly what it was, but yeah, it's pretty funny.
Question 1. What do people in New England call the night before Halloween? Stew night, squash night, pranksters night, or cabbage night?
All right, so I'm going with squash night because a pumpkin's kind of like a squash, or maybe it is a squash. I don't know, but I feel like that's the right answer. Like, why would you call it stew night? Like, what do they sit around and drink stew?
It's actually cabbage night.
Really?
Cabbage night. I heard this somewhere, and I cannot remember what movie it was. I feel like it was one of those like Disney made for TV specials, and I don't know why it's called Cabbage Night, but New Englanders are odd, I guess. They're an odd group. So Bobby says in Canada they call it Gate Night. Interesting. What do we
have any cool? Do we have anything cool that we call it around here?
Hell no, we just call it the night before Halloween.
Halloween Eve.
The question number 2: the city of Hollywood banned the use of what party item on Halloween? Toilet paper, silly string, fake blood, or air horns?
Okay, I'm gonna go.
I feel like all could be justified.
I feel like all are justified. I'm gonna say fake blood just because that would probably be like the worst out of all of them, just in a sense that it would get like all sorts of mayhem caused with police officers, fire department, ambulance, all that.
A lot of people went with TP. It's actually silly string, and that I could totally understand because silly string. Think about how long it's biodegradable, but think about how long it takes to go away. Toilet paper definitely is easier to take down, and it really disintegrates very quickly. Silly string takes weeks.
Man, I thought I was onto something with the fake blood.
Exactly. Stephanie says, "Wait, TP isn't a party item." Exactly. I mean, unless depending on what kind of parties you got, I don't know. Maybe you're into that kind of thing. All right, question number 3: who wrote the classic novel Dracula?
Yeah, I got this.
Stephen King, Mary Shelley, Dean Koontz, or Bram Stoker?
All right, so I know it's not Stephen King. Bram Stoker is the guy from Ichabod Crane, I believe. I'm going to say Dean Koontz.
So it's actually Bram Stoker.
What?
So Bram Stoker wrote it in 1893.
I thought wasn't the guy's name Bram in Ichabod Crane?
Washington Irving wrote The Legend of Sleepy Hollow.
Right. But wasn't the one character's name Bram?
Yeah, Bram Bones.
Oh shit.
Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein, although a lot of people think her husband did for some reason, which I don't really know why. And then Dean Koontz is just a great value version of Stephen King.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's made. Ironically, I'm pretty sure Dean Koontz has actually written more novels, which is pretty crazy because Stephen King's written a lot, but just not as famous, I guess. All right, question number 4: which horror movie icon has the highest on-screen body count? Now we're talking. Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Fred Krueger, or Dracula?
I think I got to go with Jason.
Kyle's going with our man Jason. So Brian says yes, and there's a movie is 1992's Bram Stoker's Dracula. It's a Francis Ford Coppola film. It's pretty good too. That's the one that's got Gary Oldman as Dracula. It's really good.
Oh, dude, Gary Oldman slaps.
Yeah, he does. So it is Jason Voorhees. A lot of people going with that, which is, Jason's been around the block 12 times now, one reboot and 12 total films. And I think he destroys everyone else. I don't think it's even close. Michael's actually, I believe, the second lowest behind Dracula on the list.
I thought Michael Myers was probably the lowest on there, close to it.
The dude he goes for quantity or quality, not quantity. All right, question number 5. What is the original name for candy corn? Farmer mash, farm food, chicken feed, or candied corn tips?
I feel like it's 3 or 4. Like farmer mash, like alludes to the fact that it's kind of mashed up like a.
Could you imagine like someone with a really bad, like a kid with a really bad lisp asking for some candied corn tips? Can I get some candied corn tips?
I was gonna go with chicken feed.
Kyle going with chicken feed. That is correct. Look at you. Kyle's going against the grain on this one.
Well, I mean, you look at it, it's like, okay, the farmer mash is probably just like nasty. Like farm food, I feel is like pig slop or something like that. Like it's got to be something that at least looks the part.
So the reason they called the chicken feed originally was because corn was the main ingredient in the original candy corn, which I think is corn syrup now.
What are your thoughts on candy corn?
I like candy corn. I'm one of the I think people either love it or hate it.
I don't mind it, but I'm good for about like 2 handfuls, and then I'm good for the year.
Oh yeah, I agree. I couldn't sit there and just binge on it until I get diabetes, but I'm definitely I'm a fan. But you got to be in the right mood. All right, so it looks like Stephanie is taking the lead now with 2 points. Mitch getting on the board, and Brooke getting on the board.
Steph Samples got a pukey face on there.
Yeah, so that's the funny thing is a lot of people don't like. I think it's honestly like the most divisive candy ever made. Maybe Peeps. Peeps might be the other, like, people either love Peeps or hate them.
I feel like York peppermint patties would have an argument there too.
Okay, yeah, York peppermint patties.
Okay, no. Either that or almond joy. I like almond joy because I like coconut, but
there's a special place for sickos who like York peppermint patties. They belong in an insane asylum. I don't know how you can chocolate and peppermint. Oh, the worst.
Yeah. All right, number 1, in terms of money spent, where does Halloween rank in holidays for total dollars spent by consumers? 6th, 2nd, 4th, or 1st? I'm going to go. I don't know that it trumps Christmas. It's either 2nd or 1st, I feel like, because people go all out for Halloween, especially if you think of the amount of candy, but not only that, costumes, decorations, all that. I mean, just at our mall store, how many bags of candy do we buy?
You better hurry. The damn thing's going to go up. You got to pick something.
I'm going to say 2nd.
Kyle's going 2nd. A lot of people going 2nd. It is the 2nd behind Christmas, of course. Brooke not giving it any love with 6th place.
Is there even 6 holidays
that people actually spend money on?
Right.
I mean, you got Thanksgiving, you spend money on food, but like,
yeah, Easter.
Nobody decorates for Easter or Thanksgiving. Let's be honest. Come on. Come on.
All right, number 2. What was the first movie to show a toilet on screen? The Birds, Psycho, Dracula Lives, or Bride of Frankenstein? First movie to show a toilet on screen.
So Valentine's Day is 3rd for most.
No, seriously?
Dude, you know how many saps there are out there?
Okay. Actually, you know what? It's probably because Christmas and Valentine's Day are the 2 days of the year where people are most likely to get engaged. I guarantee it.
Yeah, you're probably right.
They're spending huge money on the.
Well, no one's proposing to someone on Flag Day, so I mean, maybe they are. I don't know.
Hey, you never know.
Psycho was the first movie ever to show a toilet on screen. Isn't that crazy? That's just a weird fact.
That is really kind of odd.
Steph saying that's a bizarre question. Yeah, I don't know.
The mind of Dan. What does the word hallow mean in Halloween? Spirit, scary, saints, or death? All right, your opinion, is it Halloween or Halloween?
Well, we all say Halloween, but I was today years old. Like I was literally like a week ago when I found out that the Deathly Hallows was Deathly Hallows with an A, like Halloween.
No, it's Deathly Hallows, kind of like the Millennium Falcon is the Millennium Falcon.
Okay, I kind of interchange.
Well, actually, I go back and forth between the Falcon or the Falcon. I go back and I go back and forth on the Deathly Hallows too, because it depends on what phraseology you're using.
I also found out
I don't even know if phraseology is a word, but
the Deathly Hallows means Deathly Saints. Didn't know that either. So most people did. So congratulations.
Oh, I would have gotten that.
Oh yeah, I would have gotten that.
Dude, you know how many times I've read Harry Potter? I'd have gotten that one. All right, number 4. What decade did candy corn originate? 1970s, 1950s, 1920s, or 1880s? All right, so all you got to do to get this answer right is pick the worst decade out of the 4, and that's probably when candy corn came out.
Oof.
Because it automatically drops that decade down.
Yeah. Well, you got to make your pick. Well, I had a weird thing for candy corn the first 3 rounds. I don't know why. That's like the 3rd question for candy corn. I promise.
I'm going to say, since it originated before like using corn syrup, I'm going to go with the 20s.
Kyle's going 20s. A lot of people going 20s. It's actually the 1880s. Some sucker invented candy corn using mashed up corn, and I think they like put sugar and stuff in there too. Joey, the lonely guy, coming out on top.
That would actually kind of make sense though, because like back then that was probably a huge That was probably a huge ingredient. Like, isn't that when Coca-Cola came out and other ones like that? And didn't they originally use corn?
They used cocaine in Coke originally. I mean, they were crazy back then.
Yeah. All right, number 5. Which vegetable were jack-o'-lanterns originally made? Turnips, potatoes, onions, or grapefruit?
Brian says Dan's obsessed with candy corn. You know, I might have like a weird thing with candy corn. I don't know.
I got to go with turnips on this. I just feel like that's right.
Kyle's going to, a lot of people going with turnips on this.
My second choice, if it's not turnips, my second choice was grapefruit.
No, it is turnips. I'm a little salty. I thought everyone would like, who would guess turnip? Like, who uses are turnips hollow like a
don't turnips like aren't they don't they look like a squash kind of? Or am I thinking of something totally different?
I thought they kind of look like an onion, but I don't know.
I don't think I've ever had a turnip, so I have no idea like what it actually looks like. So if anybody knows what a turnip looks like or tastes like,
it looks like an onion bulb, I think, kind of, but it's different color. I don't know. I'm not a culinary-ologist, so
if Tess was still awake, I'd ask her because she would know. But
we got a whole new row of peeps here. So we got Stephanie Stevens on the board. This is the first round that Steph Sample has in place. So Bobby is on there and Curtis.
All right, so Joey says it looks like a turnip. All right.
Brian says a fat carrot, and then Bobby says like a beet. What does a beet look like?
A beet. That would make sense. If it's like a fat carrot, then a beet I think is like isn't beets purple or are they red or something like that? But they're like, they're like really round and short and kind of have like they're round at the top and have like a point at the bottom, I think.
Do you remember the show Doug on Nickelodeon and the one episode?
Yeah, the Beats.
The Beats were the band that he liked, and they had a song called "Beats Me." Yeah. And Doug won a question from
and then the wasn't the one lyric like "I eat tofu" or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know,
dude. Doug slapped back in the day.
Oh yeah, Steph says, "Dan, we need to expand your horizon." Whoops. Yeah, I got the palate of a 3-year-old. That's okay. I'm okay with that.
Yep. Jake the Snake says killer tofu. That's right. Oh man, what a time to be alive.
Right. Question number 1. Every Halloween, Charlie Brown helps his friend Linus wait for what character to appear? The Pumpkin Man, the Great Pumpkin, the Great Ghoul, or a Jack-o'-Pumpkin? That sounds a little like sus.
All right, so where do you find the Great Pumpkin on like any of the streaming services? We've tried to find it for Lila, and I can't find it anywhere.
Probably Paramount Plus.
I
don't have Paramount though.
Maybe
I'm trying to think of who owns.
You can probably buy it like on Prime.
I'll be honest, I don't know who owns the rights to Peanuts. So, I'm not sure.
I bet you could probably buy it like on Prime or something. Or we've got Vudu. I bet you could probably buy it on there.
So this looks like he tried changing his answer, but it is the Great Pumpkin. Looks like that one's going to come down to.
Well, Brian says Apple TV.
Oh,
okay.
Good. All right, question number 2. There's too many streaming services. What weapon is used to kill a werewolf? A stake to the heart, a silver bullet, a garlic infused bullet, or a crossbow?
Too easy.
He says this. He didn't even know this earlier, guys. I asked him, and he's like, "Oh, what's it?"
Yeah, this is actually the one question I knew was coming. I was like, "Oh, I know that. And then he's like, "So what is it?" I'm like, Honestly, I would have thought it was the garlic infused bullet. For some reason, like garlic just came to mind.
Garlic's vampire, crossbow, or stake of the heart, kind of vampire too. Crossbow is just kind of what Van Helsing uses in that Hugh Jackman movie, but that's not really a thing in lore, I believe, most of the time. But yeah, stake to the heart is a vampire. There's a Stephen King adaptation called Silver Bullet. That's a pretty good movie. I would recommend it. It's mid-'80s, kind of a whodunit werewolf killing movie. Question number 3. Who famously died on October 31st, 1926? Oscar Wilde, Harry Houdini, Amelia Stone, or Charlie Chaplin? Any guesses, Kyle? What do you think?
I mean, I was gonna go with Charlie Chaplin,
Kyle's going Charlie Chaplin.
but apparently I'm pulling a Mitch, and I'm the only one.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. Brooke's with me. All right. Brooke and I are together on this with Charlie Chaplin. Everybody else.
So believe it or not, Charlie Chaplin lived a long time. I did not know how long he lived. I think until like almost the 70s or something like that. Some crazy length. It was actually Harry Houdini. That's when he burst his appendix from someone punching him on Halloween.
Wow.
Yep. What a way to die too! Like talking about because he would like famously like have people punch him in the stomach and it wouldn't bother him, and some guy actually hit him and it like just ruptured his appendix, and he never went to the hospital. All right, question number 4: what is not another name for Halloween? Feast of the Dead, Samhain, Harvest End, or All Hallows Eve? Should be able to narrow it down a little bit.
It's got to be 1 or 3.
Kyle's going with 1 or 3. Yeah, I was gonna say because we've used Samhain and All Hallows Eve before. You know, everyone's going either 1 or 3 for the most part, which makes me feel a little better because most people have been listening to us. It is actually Harvest End. I couldn't come up with a really clever name like All Hallows Eve or Samhain. So I just went Harvest End. I'm like, it's so simple. But I
couldn't come up with something cool like Monster Stoppers.
Oh, Monster Stoppers is a great name. Great name. I should have put that on there. All right, final question for round. What is this? 3 or 4? Round 4. Yeah. What is the traditional role of black cats in Halloween? It's a witch's pet, the reanimated spirit, Mephistopheles in disguise, or a disguised witch?
Oh, I know this one.
Ooh, Kyle knows this one. Okay.
Yeah, it's Mephistopheles in disguise.
Why do you say that?
I'm pretty sure, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure because in college I took, let's see, this would have been in...
Kyle's thinking of Faust. So Faust he's a poodle. Mephistopheles is a poodle.
Oh, shit.
In the German play Faust.
Well, apparently I didn't pay good enough attention on that.
It's actually a disguised witch, which is why black cats were burned at the stake with the witch or hanged with them. Isn't that kind of overkill? Like, you're killing the cat too, but I guess if you assume it's a witch, then
okay, wait a minute then. So why in Hocus Pocus?
Kyle, it's a children's movie.
They're being hanged, and they
should have. Oh my god, they should have killed Thackeray.
That's right.
They should have hanged him. It wouldn't have killed him though, because he couldn't have been killed, so it wouldn't have mattered. The dude got run over and was just like,
true.
Like a balloon.
All logic goes out when it's a Disney Halloween movie.
Yeah, that's okay. All right, so we got Bobby now on tied for first, along with Sean with Stephanie. So we got Sean, Stephanie, and Bobby with 2. We got Curtis, Stephanie, Stevens, Brooke, Mitch, and Dirk with 1, and then Joey now has 1. So kind of got like a crazy,
getting interesting.
Nobody's gotten over 2 yet, which is kind of crazy.
This round, yeah, this is round 5, isn't it?
This is the final round. Then we got the bonus one though. Stephanie says, "What is that?" I'm not sure what that is. I'm trying to remember what we were even talking about. We were rambling about Thackeray getting killed, and
what were we talking about before? Oh, well, if it's Mephistopheles, that's the devil, isn't it?
Yeah, Mephistopheles is another word for the devil.
Yep. Yeah, I was gonna say like that's because the Faust thing is he sold his soul to the devil, right?
Yeah, and he was,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, number 1. How is the mystery flavor of Dum Dum lollipops made? Plum, overlapping batches, 2 flavors, molasses, or combination of all flavors?
So it's supposed to be overlapping batches of 2 different flavors.
That's what I'm going with. I'm going with 2.
So the question, or round 5 is all candy for Halloween. So fun fact there, but it is actually overlapping batches of 2 flavors. So what they do is, apparently the mystery flavor changes It's when they finish a batch of something, they have the end of it go into and then the beginning of the next batch goes in for a round of mystery flavor Dum Dums. So mystery flavor technically changes a little bit every time you get a batch. That's what they say. According to my Encyclopedia Britannica from 1997.
My candy almanac. Number 2, what is the most sold candy in terms of weight in October in the U.S.? Reese's Cups, Peeps, Kit Kats, or candy corn? Oh, man, I hope it's not 2 or 4.
Well, I think you can. I mean,
I gotta go with 1. I would have to believe it's got to be Reese's Cups.
Wow, a lot of people loving Reese's Cups. A lot of
honestly, probably Reese's Cups and Kit Kats are probably my 2 favorites. Like in terms of overall for candy.
Kit Kats all day. It is actually
white
Stephanie
chocolate or milk chocolate.
Stephanie says if it's candy corn, she quits, and it is candy corn.
Oh,
believe it or not, this blew my mind. I would have guessed Reese's Cups all day long, but
what is wrong with our country? This is what's wrong with our country right here.
But think about it, Reese's Cups are famous throughout the year. They really are. They're always popular. People love them. Now they sell a lot in Halloween. It's number 2. And it's a very close second. The candy corn's over 20 million pounds of it are sold in the U.S.
All right, so for Kit Kats, milk chocolate or white chocolate?
Oh, white chocolate, I think. Most of the time. Well, I don't know.
Good.
I love them both.
Delicious.
Yeah, I can't.
All right, number 3. What candy was initially unpopular with parents due to the sugar content? Tootsie Rolls, Pixie Sticks, Dum Dums, or bottle caps?
I've never had a bottle cap before.
Ooh, bottle caps are good.
I remember you guys used to eat them, and like I feel like when I was a kid, I'm like, wow, that's like a teenager thing. I'm not cool enough for that yet. Because you guys be like, oh, you don't want to eat the wax. Remember, or is that what I'm thinking of, or is that a different one?
No, bottle caps are like little penny-sized things that actually look like bottle caps, and they're fruit flavored. I think if you put them like in water or soda or something like that, like they fizz like a lot too. No, you're thinking of like the little wax like Coke bottle things.
Yeah. What was it? What was inside?
You could chew on the wax. Like you could eat the syrup out of it, and then you could like chew on the wax.
Brian says white chocolate's an oxymoron. You know, I never even thought about that, but you're not wrong. White chocolate. It is an oxymoron. My life has changed.
Number 4. Why are Laffy Taffies called so? They have jokes on the inside of the wrapper. Q. The sugar made kids laugh. John Laffy Laughlin invented them, or because it rhymed. It is number 3. I know that because I saw that on How It's Made one time at the in-laws house when we were watching it.
Kyle, I don't know what you're talking about. I made up the name.
Seriously?
That's a made-up name.
I was positive I remembered that. We watched something on Laffy Taffy one
Thor,
time. Like that How It's Made show.
Loki's original name was Laufin Son, so I used that as the name.
All right, never go with my answers on Halloween-themed questions.
Yeah, I did not know. I never got that the Laffy part was because of a joke. I did not know that. You were so convinced, and I'm so proud.
I was. That name.
I know it.
Yep.
Oh, that's amazing. I love it.
I thought for sure I had that. All right, number 5. What candy machines famously run 24/7 all year round? Tootsie Rolls, Necco wafers, M&Ms, or Hershey
Kisses? Shit, I know this one. I saw it on Modern Marvels. I know it.
All right, I got to go with the obvious one. It's got to be Hershey Kisses, right?
Kyle with the audacity. Yes, it is Hershey Kisses.
All right. I redeemed myself.
That's obvious. See, I would have gone M&Ms.
See, Hershey's like the originator of candy, basically. So, like, I feel like Hershey Park and just Hershey in general being Chocolate Town, USA, or whatever it's called. So, like, I figure like, okay, they got to have something where like it's a big deal, basically.
That's true. I would have thought actually Tootsie Rolls or M&Ms just because of they're a little smaller. But yeah, Hershey Kisses.
Necco wafers not getting any love.
No.
All right, so favorite Halloween tradition. I was telling Tess about this the other day. I was like, there was always this one house that we would go to every year. The lady that lived there would give out a full-size candy bar.
Oh yeah.
That was always the best.
Oh yeah, 100%. I didn't even like Reese's Cups when I was a kid, like I do now, but I wanted a Kit Kat, but I was just like, wow, that's just so nice. And I would trade Kyle for like 8 of his Kit Kats for one giant king-size Reese's Cup thing, so I was cool with it. All right, so okay, things are. Let's see here. Okay, so that gives Dirk 2. That gives Joey 2. But that does give Sean 3. However, the game is not over yet.
Dun dun dun. The plot thickens.
The plot thickens, peeps. We have one more bonus question. Just one question. Only one winner. It's up to Dirk, Stephanie, Sample, Bobby, or Joey.
Look at that. Dirk has a cheering section. Brian saying, "Go Dirk."
He's
pulling for him.
Sean says, "What the hell?" Yeah, sorry, Sean. You haven't won yet, sucker. It's not over yet. I can't remember what I remember the bonus now. I was like, when we make these questions, sometimes they all run together, but here we go. What candy is credited to helping create Lucky Charms? Toblerone. They slap. I just had one for the first time ever. Necco wafers, circus peanuts, or bit of honey. I've never had a bit of honey. Never
circus
had circus peanuts. And I literally 3 of these I never even had, other than Toblerone I just had within the last 12 months. But Necco wafers were the only ones I had before this.
Circus peanuts.
Kyle's going circus peanuts.
Because they're like marshmallowy.
Yeah. It is circus peanuts. And I believe Joey got it first. I believe, according to our comment thing. But let's see what the thing is.
Wait, so have you had circus peanuts now?
No, they creep me out. Like, what are they?
See, they're actually really good. I'd never had them before. My father-in-law eats them like it's his job. It's like the only thing he actually eats. And they actually are really good.
It's the only thing he eats. I didn't know anyone honestly ate circus peanuts. Like,
he brings home like huge bags full of them from Wegmans like every week.
What?
They actually are really good.
So Joey is the winner. So that technically puts him in a tie with Sean. I should have done 2 questions or like 2 bonus rounds in the middle to help prevent this. But
Joey says clutch like Danny Dimes.
Yeah,
something like that.
So we're going to give the official dub to Sean and Joey. Congratulations, guys. I just realized in the candy section, I have not had a lot of candy. I'm a man of creature of habit, I should say. When I find a candy I like, I stick to it. Kit Kats.
Yeah, I would agree.
And I'm trying to think, what other candies do I even eat? I don't like.
Do you prefer chocolate or like fruity type candy? Like if
chocolate.
You're given the option between M&Ms or Skittles, what are you going with?
Probably neither. I'm not really a big fan of either, to be honest. I know. I do like Sour Patch Kids. So
okay. All right, here we go. Okay. Tootsie Rolls or the fruit flavored Tootsie ones from Walmart?
Okay, hold on. Story time real quick, because Kyle, this was the year after we were roommates in college. Kyle already graduated. I love gummy bears, and I was left to my own devices in college when
Steph, we used to.
We used to buy a gallon bag.
We would go to Walgreens like twice a week, and between Dan and Trevor and I, we would plow through like 4 bags full of.
So the one night I ate the entire bag, an entire bag, and I didn't realize gummy bears are like a natural laxative if you eat enough of them. Oh yeah, all night. The next day, I missed school. Brian said he didn't know anything else but Kit Kats. Honestly, that's my steady diet, pretty much. Kit Kats and cereal. But guys, thank you so much for playing. Join us Monday, same time, same place. We're gonna be doing slasher movies.
Yes.
Or as Tigger from Winnie the Pooh says, slusher films.
The slusher.
Gotta watch a slusher. So, all right, guys, have a good one.
Have a great night, guys.